The universe has only one substance. I brought this idea from my previous video on vortex experiment. In this video, I will explain this idea more clearly. In Walter Russell's book, The Universal One, he emphasized that the universe is made of one thing only. Now, we may ask, if there's only one thing, or one substance in the whole universe, then what are these different things that we see around us? Even our body, our blood, our bones, and our muscles were made of different substances. The air and everything that flies within it, the water and everything that swims within it, and of course, the soil and everything that grows within it, were completely made of different substances as well. How can we say that there's only one substance in the whole universe when our senses are telling us otherwise? It is important to note that our senses played a great role into this play of creation. What we must understand that our senses like our eyes, our ears, our skin, our tongue, and our nose, that is part of our body, were supposed to have different function, are in fact made to detect light waves. Our eyes can detect visible waves, but our ears cannot. Otherwise, our ears can detect sound waves, but our eyes cannot. These limitations apply to our other senses. Now, ask yourself how the Creator made one substance appear to be many, how He made it all possible. To answer that question, it is necessary for me to give you an example or analogy how the Creator creates many seeming different substances out of the one. This example was given by Walter Russell from one of his books. Now, to start, take a look at this guitar string. We might not realize it yet, but to our senses, this guitar string exists and has substantial reality. But the truth is that this string, which is made of iron combined with carbon and any other metallic elements, is just one of the effects produced from the one substance. But for the sake of giving you an example, let's just imagine that this guitar string is the one substance that we are referring to. Now observe carefully as we slowly unfold how the Creator achieved this plan into creating a majestic universe of many seemingly different things out of the one. Now, what we will do, let us set this string into motion. What we now hear is a sound. Now realize that the sound that is created is not another thing or another substance, because that sound is an effect produced by a vibrating string. We also notice that the sound that we just created vanishes. The sound appears from silence through the strike of a finger, and it will return to silence on its own. We don't need to force it, unlike the way we make it. The sound will again reappear when we desire to set that string into motion once more. Remember this, because it has great significance when we start talking about electricity and magnetism in the future. Now we made a sound, just one sound out of that one string. And then we ask, what's the difference? The difference is that we have just made one thing appear to be another thing. Now let us tighten that string, and we hear different tone. And let us repeat this process until we can produce the whole octaves of the musical tone. By utilizing and creating different combination of those tones, we can now compose an infinite number of harmonies. And this is a secret how the creator implement his plan of creation by utilizing himself as his only source. The seeming many different substances are but different tones created by setting the universal substance into motion. Walter Russell listed 121 elements. Each octave has 7 elements in them, with split tones started to appear from 7th to 9th octave. They are called isotopes. Walter Russell said that isotopes will only occur in nature from 7th to 9th octave. He was able to list 21 more elements below hydrogen, into which scientists mistakenly call them hydrogen isotopes. Walter Russell knew that the elements of matter were not different substances. They are but same substance, but differ only in their pressure condition. Before we further put this idea into greater detail, let us pause for a moment and contemplate about the fact that there is only one substance in the whole universe. Ask yourself, what's in it for me? Now understand that what you perceive your body to be yourself and another body surrounding you as what you think is another self has no substantial reality. If the whole universe is only one substance, and you know yourself something that exists and something that is tangible, can we now see the correlation that the one universal substance is you? We might hear the words, we are one, many times in the past, or what was being imposed to us by religion. But can we now see the logical explanation back of it, when back then it was just a metaphysical abstraction? We are one, for the truth is, there is only one thing, or one being in the whole universe. Who is that being then, that is omniscient, omnipotent, and omnipresent, that you call God? Isn't it you?